honestly might be one we keep back and eat. Keep back and sell.
All right, guys, you wanted to see it. Picking up the steers. Now, here's the deal. They're awfully pretty. And they've got names and they've got papers. And from Lone Rock Ranch. You're technically in Stillwater?
Yep.
Lone Rock Ranch in Stillwater. We're here with Aaron and Kylie, right?
Yes, sir.
They own it. And Kylie assured me, even though these are really pretty, that it's okay if we eat them. They are ours. So now we just have to convince Ray that someday they may be food, but we will grow them out. Have a long, happy life, as you guys know. And we got to pinch this one off, right?
Yeah, we'll see if we can get these two to...
Yeah. See, I snap. I told you I was new. That's what I do.
Hey, it works.
Hey, I've been looking for that lick tub.
I found it.
So it was easy. They know you're a rancher. If I come down here and do this by myself, we'd still be standing over there. They know you know what you're doing.
Unless you brought a trailer they fit in, had a floor.
Yeah. You get people showing up with no, yeah.
Yes.
But that's interesting.
And your trailer has all its lights and
It
tires.
does. I don't know that they all work. The tires are good. I just had the tires done. They're golden.
So yes, better than 50% of the
Better than 50% show up, yeah. Cool.
I know, you can feel free to stop out in that pasture too. They're all probably out there eating that liquid feed.
Oh, yeah. Well, I pulled in and your delivery guy, I thought maybe it was you. I just didn't know who the truck or who I was looking for. And I sat there and kind of stalked him for a second. Then when I realized he didn't care that I was stopped in the middle of the road with a trailer, I walked over and I said, Aaron, he goes, nope. And I was like, oh, my bad, man. Hang on.
That's the guy that takes Aaron's money.
Yeah.
Gotcha. How many head do you got? Do you know?
54 altogether. 52
Longhorns.
altogether.
52 Longhorns. And you got some Angus somewhere
We do.
hiding.
60 some Angus cows.
Over 100 acres here and all that good stuff. Super cool. Well, Longhorns are a new venture for me. I am used to horns, as indicative of my tailgate a couple days ago. So we're good,
Love
but
'em.
I am. I've read they're very, very gentle, right? The Highlands are gentle too, as long as you feed them. And if you're not feeding them, you better be feeding them.
Yep.
That's what keeps them gentle. And they're used to donkeys too. I was kind of worried because we do have one that he's super sweet if you've got like Dollar General cookies with you. But
Okay.
They're used. They know donkeys are the boss.
awfully cool. We got a lot of people asking if we're going to eat them and whatnot, and we already went over that. But hides and horns, and I just thought they were really pretty, and I think it's super cool that they're registered, and they got great genes and all that stuff. And you gave them a injectable dewormer, so I don't have to worry about that. So we'll probably pin them up for a little bit, just so everybody can smell everybody through a pin and get used to each other, and everybody knows they're friends. But then we'll turn them out. So anyway, I appreciate you guys.
You're welcome.
So I got to pay him now, so I'm going to turn the camera off. But see you guys in a little bit. Woo! Good work. You held that tractor in the perfect spot.
Because I got my new shoes on. I can't do it.
Well, let's see them. I just made everybody throw up, zooming in and out. Oh yeah, those are pretty.
Ow.
Yeah, careful. You're not exactly a ballet dancer. Okay, Junebug, Tessie, Burger Bros. Well, you guys won't be here very long, so don't worry about it. That one's over there stuffing his face. All right. Oh, and then there's this one.
Dad, he was about to do it again.
What?
That cow right there went from that side of the truck to the other side. Through your tail.
He's hopping the receiver and all that. Nice. Now Ray, last night, she was like, let's call them Timon and Pumbaa, which I thought was a cool idea, but we might eat them. Can you eat loved Disney characters? I can.
I can, yeah.
So you think Timon and Pumbaa, or should we leave it up in the air for a little bit, see what their personalities are.
I would leave it up in the air for a bit.
All right. All right. Bruce, get down. What is wrong with you? We should have banded him. It's not too late, Brucifer.
You could probably still do it.
It's not too late, Brucifer. Call him way worse when the camera's not on. No, I don't, Grandma. So we got a little makeshift pen right here. We're gonna leave the trailer here overnight. It's all chained up. I don't think they can get out, but I also don't ever underestimate animals. What? You little, get off of there. Golly, man. Wreck the furniture. That's why we can't have nice things right there. That one. I wonder if that's as loud on camera as it is out here. Anyway, I got him some grain. We're gonna get him some water here in a minute. And we'll be good to go. Yeah, she probably will. Woo!
Not testing it. Oh, wait.
All right, well, she'll back up when they come out. Hang on. Normally you don't stay in here with them, but this is like 200 pounds. So we're gonna open this and then let them find their way out. But they can't shove it into me because this is in the way. You boys behave. Hang on a second. What do you think? Don't worry, they're steers. Woo! Imagine you take a road trip and you're greeted by Bruce.
That'd be pretty annoying. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if that were to happen.
He's literally scratching on that bale spear. What a knucklehead. He wants to get in there and push around on him, I guarantee it. Alrighty. Here they are. I don't know what we'll call them yet, but here they are.
How old are
Under a year. Over 6 months. Huh?
they? They look young.
Well, they are young compared to all these goobers. You guys are going to have to trust us that we're getting them feed and grain, but the next time you see them, I'll be here tomorrow morning, and we'll clearly be showing you that there's grain. Case will be in school, so everybody say bye, Case. Thanks, though. All right. See you guys in a little bit. Morning, everybody. Chad, Adler Farms. First off, my goodness, I hope that was as loud on camera as it was. Goodness. First off, if you're new here, welcome and howdy. If you're old here, welcome and howdy. We've got a snowstorm headed this way, but it's gonna be like, no, that was, I mean, I think she put her tongue in my ear. No. I do. I think she did. With that snowstorm, it's still going to be like 30 degrees. And if you remember right before Christmas, there was a negative 20 wind chill. So a little bit of snow in 30-degree weather, nah, ain't scared. I'm built for the mountains, not the beach. So if you notice, I'm doing things a little out of order this morning. We bought some more horned animals. Kylie and Aaron from Lone Rock Ranch. They raised longhorns. We bought a couple steers yesterday. So I think you've already seen that footage. The girls are good, but the reason I'm doing things backwards is getting a little crowded down here at the feeding station. I want those girls trying to compete with the horned animals, or we'll call them the heavies, the burger bros. Yes, we own Longhorns. We own Oklahoma Longhorns. And yes, to show respect, especially to Aaron and Kylie, who own registered Texas Longhorns, are Texas Longhorns. Now, they did make their way up into Oklahoma, but they were from the Spanish. The Spaniards brought them over here in like the 1500s. They're also, just like the Highlands, one of the oldest registered breeds. I'm calling them Oklahoma Longhorns because it's funny. Some people were not happy about it on the old interwebs. I have no idea why it matters so much. You know, we live in Miami. I thought about calling them the Miami Longhorns. I say all that to say, I'm super excited to have Longhorns. The last 3 auctions I've been at, if you guys remember, and a couple of you did, I tried to buy a Longhorn steer. I wanted to try the beef. It's some of the healthiest in the world. It's very lean, just like Highlands and just like bison. And I really like that lean grass-fed beef taste. I really do. By the way, in order to be grass-fed, if you're buying meat from a company, I believe it can be grain-fed its entire life, but the last 90 days before slaughter, if it gets nothing but grass, technically it's grass-fed. You like how that works? Yeah, me too. Yeah. Now we got to sort this out a little bit. Let me know what you guys think. We've got a bunch of horned animals. We got some donkeys. We got a Bruce and another little goat somewhere. I'm not sure where she's at. Oh, way up there. These are registered Longhorn steers, which is pretty stinking cool. I'm very excited. The reason we didn't get more Highlands is simply, I don't have a Highland bull. I haven't bought Highland semen yet. I looked at some prices of Highlands, and honestly, the fad or whatever about Highlands is crazy, and it's driving up the price. I know, right? I know. I looked up the Longhorns, and it's not that they're cheaper. It's not that they're more affordable. I wanted some. I did. I did, little donk. I wanted some Highlands, man. Is that okay? Lucy, you all right with it? Hey, the good news is, just in case, I did find a farm, or I should say Lone Rock Ranch. The Longhorns run with donkeys. So, these little guys are already used to donkeys. What you doing, man? Oh, badonk. What's up, buddy? Super excited, man. So here's the deal. The number one question asked on the little teaser video on Instagram, Facebook, the YouTube short, Twitter, and Farm Talk was, are you selling the Highlands? Maybe I should have asked Ray about this first. Ray actually supports, and so do I, that if Tessie and June aren't pregnant, we will likely sell them and switch over to Longhorn. I know, right? I know. It's not that these beautiful girls aren't worth having, or that they're getting a little destructive with their horns. Every animal can do that has horns. Heck, Bruce could do it. The little BG is Bruce's girl. She could do it. But yeah, let's go check out the... Come on, cow. Woo! They don't know the call yet. They have no idea what it is, actually. Now, they're weaned. I'll introduce them when they get up here. If you watched the beginning of this video, you saw that Case and I actually wanted to pin these guys up separately. When we got them out here, they changed their minds pretty quick. And I can't remember if I was filming or not at the time I'm editing this. Kylie and Aaron have 54 head of Longhorn. Well, 52 now. I noticed real quick that pinning these guys up may not be, you know, something we need to worry about, because they've been running with full-size mama cows and bulls already. So when we pinned them up, they immediately changed their minds and started getting a little rowdy and a little rambunctious, and just didn't want to be pinned up. turned them out. They did great. I've already seen them up at the round bale feeder. I've seen them at the waterer. So here they are. Without further ado, we've got Finn and CJ, because I don't know how to say CJ's actual name. But yep, this is Finn. Come here, buddy. Easy. All right, come on. Hey, don't go in there with the girls. Don't do that. CJ, here. I know what he wants because yesterday I fed him over there. So, come here, buddy. Woo! Come on. Nope. Don't do that. Don't do that. They're not nice. Nope. They kind of mean. Don't go over there. Watch out for them donkeys. Finn. Hey, come on, buddy. Come on. Go that way. Shoo. 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 All right, there we go. CJ will walk down there and find that food. CJ actually ate his food right where it's at yesterday, so he should find it. There we go. Attaboy. So they are steers. As you heard Kylie and Aaron, we can eat them. I probably will eat them. Sorry, buddy. They are for our consumption or a rug in the master bathroom, a set of horns above the shop or the mantle. If that bothers you, I don't know what to tell you. Kylie and Aaron actually sent us home with some ground beef, which we're going to try later, from Longhorns in Chile. They do sell beef. They have an Angus herd. They sell ground beef from the Longhorns. And yeah, so if you want some and you're local to Stillwater area, you can like make an appointment or whatever. I'm going to link their website down below and their Facebook and all that. And I'm trying to get them to start a YouTube channel because it's super awesome. They've got, I believe the ranch they have is 160 acres with 50 some head of Longhorns, but then they've got Angus, I think maybe on a different plot of land. I'm not sure, but I'm trying to get them to start a channel because it's a cool story. They're kind of self-taught. You know, Aaron grew up doing it. Kylie married into it. But Aaron's one of those cool dudes that, well, first of all, he's got a beard, so he's cool. He's got a lot of knowledge from how he grew up, but he's not trying to press how he does it on you. That's what I appreciate. So I like that. I strongly dislike, I don't care how much you've been around. I don't care how much of a expert you are. You don't know everything. You don't know half of everything there is to know. And if you can't say, I'm learning every day, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to hear it. If you're maxed out on what you know, you're something. I won't say it, but you're something. Finn, what you think, brother? What do you think, buddy? You're awfully pretty. Some people are going to say you're too pretty to eat. I'm going to tell them people to kick rocks. But man, it's always been a dream of mine to own Longhorns. It truly has. Briefly talked about this with Kylie and Aaron yesterday. Since our bull died, Fred, I've really had a hard time. It took a toll on me more than I thought it would because he didn't go how he should have went. He got sick. You know, when you process an animal, like I had the Beefy Boys before the Burger Bros, my first set of steers. I literally put them on milk 3 times a day, like milk replacer, 3 times a day for almost 6 weeks. The last 2 weeks before I took them to processing, I could lay down in the pasture with them. They had horns. They reached like 840 and 880. Huge animals, okay, outweighing me by 600 pounds. And the last couple weeks of their lives, I could literally lay down in the pasture with them and take a nap on them and just hang out. That's how much I'd bonded with these animals and they'd bonded with me. But Their chili tastes amazing. Their burgers taste amazing. Their steak tastes amazing. Tomahawks, it all. I gave them the absolute best life. That's what ranching and farming is all about. No regrets. It's why I got these Baldies this time, so we can get a little more beef out of them. He's getting real big. I would say he is every bit of 800 pounds. That's what the beefy boys looked like when we took them to processor. They were a little bit narrower in the hips because they had Holstein in them. But look at the size right there. The size difference, I should say. I mean, you can't even see CJ over here. Which I'm interested to see. So when I got my Holsteins, they came out, like I said, they were on milk replacer and they were brown. Now, these aren't them. I'm talking about the beefy boys from previous. But when I first got my first set of steers, they were brown and they turned black. So I'm kind of curious because the camera may not pick it up, but he's actually got brown shoes on, a black face, white bodied with some paint on him. So I'm interested to see if that stays or if it turns. There you go, you can see a little more of the brown. But yeah, pretty interested. Interesting and exciting. Finn, I know we have another trough somewhere. Hey, shoo, shoo, woo, woo. Back up. That's not for you. Go around. Go fight with the girls. You're a big boy. Shoo, 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 shoo. Here, boy. Woo. They'll learn. I had somebody text me that is another fellow creator, which I hate. I shouldn't say I hate the word create, because some people out there actually do create content, okay? There's nothing wrong with that, especially depending on your niche. But I'm not creating anything out here, okay? This is what I want to do. I'm just filming what happens every day. So this is 518's why we can't have nice things. Man, they text me and they were like, why do you show that you got Longhorns? You kind of just gave away the whole whatever of your next video. Because I'm vlogging life. I'm not trying to like trick you into watching or whatever. I'm showing you what I'm doing. I put my feelers out there when I posted a video of these two guys prematurely in that creator's mind. But I wanted the feedback. I wanted to see what you guys would say so I could address your questions in this video. Some of the questions were, or some of the statements were, Longhorns are fence jumpers. Somebody actually said they can jump any fence. I've seen Longhorns jump any fence. I immediately replied and I said, I don't think a Longhorn jump a 10-foot fence. I mean, you said any fence. You know what I'm saying? They can't jump any fence. And here's how you deal with animals that jump fences. First off, you build good fencing. Secondly, if they don't respect fences, eat them. That's it. That's how you get a fence jumper to stay in the fence. Eat him. Plain and simple. Now, as far as tearing up fences, that was somebody else's comment. I raised Longhorns, and Longhorns, man, they tear up every fence. You all remember Alan, our 125-pound alpaca? Alan jumped a 5-foot strand, or a 5-strand barbed wire. Should have been probably 50 inches high at that top strand. Alan jumped it, 125-pound alpaca. Then when we had to doctor him up for hitting that fence and getting bit by a dog, I was trying to shoo him into a pen, and son of a gun, you guys know where I'm going. Old Alan lit me up, man. Tore my bicep clean off my elbow. Any animal, okay? I wouldn't square up with these guys. And they're like 400 or 500 pounds, something like that. I wouldn't square up with them. So every animal can destroy a fence. Truth be told, any of these bovine, any of them, didn't want to be in this barbed wire fence. They don't have to be. Go talk to Dusty at Cross Timbers Bison. You think his bison stay in that fence because they can't get out? No. He's got a cow or a heifer that was jumping the fence a couple weeks back. Yeah. So like I said, I'm built for the mountains, not the beach, but I'm also no dummy. I ain't gonna stand outside and freeze to death. But it's 32 degrees and Ray just sent me an update. We're due for like 3 to 5 inches of snow in the next 24 hours. So we want to make sure these guys got a lot of food in their bellies. I tend to not feed cubes when it's icy and snowy, only because sometimes the cubes are a little hard on their teeth. And I was told that by kind of an old school rancher. Part of that is because my cubes are in the cabin where there's no heat. Like they're literally kind of stored outside. A lot of you guys, you store your feed and stuff in a barn. Might be insulated, might not be, but probably certainly warmer than this cabin. I am just elated and ecstatic and excited to have some Longhorns, and we're getting 3 more. Not today, not tomorrow, probably not even this weekend, but we're getting 3 more. One of them is actually a bred mama cow that has only thrown heifers. Hopefully she continues to do that. Watch us get her, and then she throws bulls or steers for the next 20 years of her life. I know she can't have kids in 20 years. I know, I'm just being funny, okay? I'm funny. Hey, buddy. Doing okay? Did you guys find the water? So this is Finn. And he did get, so did CJ, an injectable dewormer from Aaron and Kylie before we picked him up. And they said some of their calves have had a little ringworm, but these guys didn't have any. So we'll just keep an eye on it. They just wanted us to know. He doesn't get too far from brother. It's so funny because 516 usually gets pushed around by everybody else, but then these guys show up and he starts pushing them around like he's somebody. Yeah, I'm super excited. Man, I wouldn't worry because she's either pregnant or the most well-fed Highland on the block, which is probably both. I just think these Longhorns are super cool and they're so majestic. And the other thing I like about them too is they're still a heritage breed. Like they're not a designer, you know, they're not an Angus that we've evolved or created. Now, hey, ain't nothing against Angus, okay? I'm raising 2 Angus Hereford crosses right back there. And I love those baldies. I want more, especially for steers. These guys, my plan is I want to grow them out until their horns are something cool. You know, Kylie was telling me that she actually likes the Longhorns that have the horns that twist. So we'll see if these guys start to get a little twist in their horns. And if they don't, they still have good hides. And of course we can eat them. 30% of the Longhorns raised in the US is all that's consumed. So people don't typically raise these for beef, but it doesn't mean they don't. It doesn't mean you can't. It doesn't mean you shouldn't. Why people raise Angus cows? For beef, okay? So different cows have different purposes, but it doesn't mean I can't eat these. They're so curious. They're still just kind of walking around and checking everything out, but what I'm interested to see is if they find a mineral feeder. They've been drinking water. Like I said, we're gonna get a wading pool back here this year because I don't want them, we don't want them in the pond. Is he gonna use the brushes? Oh man. This is my new favorite bovine right here. I haven't seen anyone else use that, CJ. That's all yours, brother. What I like about them too is they're a very hardy breed, very established. You know, like the Highlands, or I should say the Angus, your Baldies, your Herefords, they need a lot of grass. These guys are eating every bit of hay I put out. Whereas the Highlands forage, and so do these guys. They actually live on a little bit less. They're kind of designed for that Texas climate. And that Texas climate where sometimes, more often than not, they are needing rain rather than having too much rain. You know, these guys will forage. They're not afraid to go out and look for food. Same as the Highlands. They've got such a distinctive call too. It's super cool. Like, it's different than anything I've heard. You give us one? Two heifers coming and a bred cow in April. Like, once they confirm, I'm not going to tell you her name yet, but once they confirm that she's bred, we'll go pick her up and we'll have, I believe, a late fall calf. So super cool. By then we will have fencing. Okay, I actually plan to have some kind of livable building out here by summer. That way when the boys are off from school, because I'm Mr. Stay-at-home dad, when the boys are home from school this summer, we can come out here and they've got an air-conditioned place to retreat to, ride the four-wheelers, hang out, fish, whatever that looks like. So by the time we get that mama cow, by the time we have a calf on the ground, we will have some kind of place where everything can live out here and coexist. My first step, I'm actually gonna run to Tractor Supply today. I told you guys about it in the last video. A 3-point post hole auger. Now, it's not a super duper heavy duty, it's not a super heavy duty one, but it is enough to do the job, especially out here. Can't wait to get that started. And what I'm gonna do too, fence off the driveway so that the girls can't scratch the truck. I'd really like to, because right now, you know, Adler, Carter, even Case, and Ray for that matter, when we pull up, they don't get out because it's cold, but they also don't get out because until these girls especially have food, you can't get out of the truck. Well, fencing would keep them honest. So we're gonna finish fencing out here. I also wanted you guys' opinion. So my mom and dad built the house they're in probably 2 years ago, and great house, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I just blah, blah, blah in my mom and dad's house. But the house before, the one you guys know of as Grandma and Grandpa Adler's, had like a 300-foot driveway, and it had a pretty significant slope. And they dealt with base rock washing out and washing away just like we are. Now, we haven't had a real bad problem yet, but it's also not the rainy season, not even close. What I'm planning to do is what my dad did over there, is line the driveway with railroad ties. Now, is that expensive? Yes and no. I didn't know it, but when you're shopping for railroad ties, there's actually like A, B, and C stock, or just sometimes A and B. A is like the best. It's practically new, but not good enough for the railroad. B is second grade. It's not bad. It might be like, you know, maybe one side is a little bit damaged or hollow. C is the worst. It's probably got two sides that are hollow. But we're not looking for the cream of the crop when it comes to railroad ties, okay? We just want to keep the rock, even if it does wash downhill, we want to keep it from washing away and into the pastures like it is now. I've got a really good crown on the driveway, which is shielding the water away from the center, but I want to keep it that way. And when you talk about the expense of railroad ties, it's not near as expensive as rocking your driveway every single year. So we're not going to do it tomorrow. I'm probably not going to do it all at once, but we are going to get some railroad ties, you know, maybe like 10 a month, and just start coming down the driveway. We'll use like I've got a huge drill, hammer drill, or a huge drill bit, and we'll put some rebar in them and stake them down. We'll tuck the rebar down in there so it can't, you know, move and shift on us. But Finn, what do you think, buddy? Where's CJ? I like both of their colorings really well. So CJ is definitely more unique. Man, that's a big old blackberry bush. I gotta get out of there. CJ is definitely more unique But this is what I mean by the Longhorns. Now, he doesn't want to walk through that, but they're used to this kind of stuff. Kind of bred for it. Super cool, super exciting. What do you think, young lady? What do you think? You want to take a trip to the vet? See if you're packing heat? You got a baby in there? Can I see it kick? Can I see it kick? Can you kick? No? Not gonna happen, huh? All right, crack it open. Longhorn chili.
Oh yeah.
Easy there, Wreck-It.
Not bad.
Goodness.
Start around a little bit.
I waited as long as I could. It's still not snowing. I really wanted to show you the Highlands and the Longhorns in the snow. It's just not happening. It's not even supposed to until about 7 p.m. tonight. But we did make Longhorn chili, which is really, really lean, which Case and I like. So remember, we used to have bison chili?
Oh yeah.
This should taste something similar. So really, really leaning on Kylie and Aaron to start a channel, because their knowledge about these Longhorns and just working cows and things like that is vast. And they're also funny. Aaron's one of those guys. Kylie's funny. That sounded bad. I sound like I don't think Kylie's funny, didn't it?
How dare you?
But Aaron's a very subtle funny, if you hadn't noticed from the few clips that you saw him in. It's one of those, he may not talk a whole lot, but when he does, people listen because it's probably going to be funny. Anyway, yeah, it's this one here. So anyway, I'm going to link their YouTube down below. I'm going to link their Facebook down below, their website down below. Now, Ray and I have already spoken for 3 of the Longhorns on that website. So sorry, 3 of them are sold. You don't know which ones. You have pictures of them, but you don't know which ones, right? They also, I got to get permission. I haven't texted her this and asked yet, but they also have a little cowboy on the way, if you catch my drift. Congratulations. But yeah, super excited. All right, let's serve this up and eat it, man. That's probably really loud on the microphone. Thanks. Just,
You're welcome.
you put your Tonys on it yet?
No,
That's probably smoking hot.
It's an
You gotta-
individual process. You do it per bite.
So you put mustard on there, and then
You stir the mustard in.
stir it, and then put Tonys on there?
And then you just... That probably looks so gross, but it's so good.
You do that to every bite?
Every bite.
Dude, that's 1,000,000 degrees.
Yeah,
We'll blow on it. You mean put it in a vent like you used to do when you were a little kid?
Yep.
When he was a little kid, I had a Tahoe. A little kid, because you're not a little kid anymore.
Nope.
I had a Chevy Tahoe with rear heat and air. And we'd go get like Chick-fil-A or something. And I'd tell him to hold his fries up in the vent to cool them off. So they got this, I got videos of it somewhere. I'll see if I can find one.
Oh, I'm sure you got them.
But yeah, you got this little boy in the back of the Tahoe holding his fries up in the vent, cooling his fries off. Ready? That's hot. But how is it?
It's amazing.
It's amazing. It's lean, man.
It tastes sweeter.
I know. Are we wrong? Why does, I keep saying that the lean meat tastes sweet.
No, it's definitely sweeter.
It's definitely sweeter. There's something to it. So, I mean, there's less fat, so that would make sense that it tastes sweeter, right?
Yeah.
All right. No, we're not selling all the Highlands tomorrow. But yes, we are buying more Longhorns. And all kinds of good stuff. So a lot of good things going on. Huge shout out to Aaron and Kylie again. Thanks for all the information. Ray and I are definitely going to come visit. I'm going to let you guys go because if I don't, he's just going to eat in front of y'all and make you hungry. So
Oh, it's going to be so loud too.
anyway, with that said, you guys stay tuned. We got a lot of fun stuff coming. Still waiting on the bid for the concrete. That's kind of frustrating, but it is what it is.
What?
Nothing. Y'all be good.
Don't do that.
Don't work too hard. Don't make it weird. God bless.
Deuces.
Deuces.